That's Falcon 9 on your screen, a two-stage rocket that is 229 feet tall and getting ready to lift off in just about 8 minutes and 30 seconds. At launch, it produces more than 1.7 million pounds of thrust. At the bottom section is the first stage, or booster, powered by 9 Merlin engines. They'll burn for the first couple of minutes, carrying Falcon 9 through the thickest layers of the Earth's atmosphere. If you've ever watched a launch in person, you'll know that the vehicle doesn't go straight up. Early in flight, Falcon 9 performs a gravity turn, a smooth pitch maneuver that tilts the rocket sideways to build up horizontal velocity. You may hear this in about 10 seconds after launch, called out as vehicle pitching downrange. Once the first stage completes its portion of the mission, it shuts down and separates. A staged rocket like Falcon 9 sheds the booster to eliminate the weight and uncover the Merlin vacuum engine on stage 2. To reach orbit, the vehicle needs to go fast, hitting an orbital velocity at about 28,000 kilometers per hour, just to keep from falling back to Earth. That's fast enough to lap the Earth in about 90 minutes, or fly from New York to here in Los Angeles in just under 10 minutes, which is about 7 times faster than the fastest airplane. After stage separation, today's booster will land on our drone ship Just Read the Instructions, which is currently stationed in the Atlantic Ocean. This particular booster will be returning to Earth for its 6th time. The second stage takes over from there, powered the Merlin vacuum engine, also known as
Engine chill has started.
Also known as the MVAC, which is extended with its extended nozzle and optimized design. The MVAC drives maximum performance in the vacuum of space. Tonight we'll ignite the engine 3 times before deploying the payload into orbit. And topping it all off is the payload fairing, a 17-foot wide carbon composite shell that protects the payload during the uphill trip through the atmosphere. For today's mission, we have 2 spacecrafts on the second stage and inside the fairing. Each payload will deploy at separate times, about 7
minutes. Stage 1 RP1 load is complete.
Good call out there. Each payload will deploy at separate times, about 7 minutes apart from each other. Because of the launch adapter used for today's mission, we will not have a good view of the payloads. About 3 minutes into flight, both halves of the fairing will separate and parachute back to Earth. If recovery goes to plan, the fairings will be pulled from the ocean and prepped to fly again. Next up in the countdown, the transporter erector, or TE, will begin to retract from Falcon 9. That is the large truss structure you see standing next to the rocket. It's hinged at the base and connected to the launch mount beneath the first stage. First, the clamps around the stage will open, then the TE will begin to pivot back.
Strong back retract has started.
Good call out there. And now you can see the clamps beginning to open. You may also hear the transporter erector, or TE, called the strong back. Same structure, different names. The TE does a lot more than lean. It rolls Falcon 9 out to the pad, raises it vertically, and stays connected through the final seconds. It provides fuel, power, telemetry, and command connections between ground systems and the rocket. Those clamps you saw at the top help stabilize the second stage during fueling. They also prevent movement in high winds. Once they open, the rocket is fully free at the top. Right now, both stages are nearly fully loaded with about 1 million pounds of propellant. This includes RP1, a highly refined kerosene, and liquid oxygen chilled to over 300 degrees below zero. Propellant is loaded late into the countdown, and that's intentional.
Stage 1 LOX load is complete.
And there you heard that LOX load is complete. Colder propellants are denser, and denser propellants mean more performance out of the same tanks. The colder it is, the more mass you can move. At T-minus 60 seconds, Falcon 9 will enter startup. At that point, the rocket's on-bound flight, computers take over. From here on, the countdown is fully autonomous. And now, just inside of T minus 2 seconds, the 9 Merlin 1D engines ignite. Once they're at full power, Falcon 9 will lift off with the pad.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
And begin its climb to orbit. As of now, the satellites remain healthy. The rocket is tracking no issues.
Ground gas closeouts has started.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
T minus 30 seconds. T minus 15 seconds. Hold, hold, hold.
Launch has been aborted.
All right, team, let's move into the offload procedure in 1.160.
We just heard an abort call out for over the nets. Let's listen in for any additional information about the abort from the launch director.